My name is Fazekas, and I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I've always wanted to learn Bracsa. It's been a dream of mine for the longest time. I just never got the chance to do it or the time, and I'm really grateful that you took the time to teach me, and we were able to work through it together and just enjoy the process. Well, I felt not left out, but I always felt like it was something that was within my reach as a violinist. Something I always like knew I wanted to do or could do, just never had the time or the opportunity. Well, I've known Shoma since he's a little baby, so we go way back. But the personal connection definitely helped us network and brought us together. Initially, I was a little skeptical because it was a close friend who was younger than me, but I really enjoyed our time together, and it was very professional. And the meetings were always held on time, and we didn't skip any lessons, so it was really good. It was very professional. Doubts and fears. I was worried that it wasn't that it was going to be hard to do over Zoom, and we are going to run into some obstacles that we couldn't solve. But the Zoom was fine. Original audio helped a lot, and that was pretty much the only fear. But I wanted to help out a good friend, get his teaching teaching career going, and I also felt that there's a lot for me to gain from the learning experience from you, as you spent a lot of time in mezosegi and a lot of time in these camps learning and from the best. So it was basically like a second account. Yeah, so I'm at that point where I've went from just playing the chords on the violin to I can fully accompany most any kalotaszegi or mezosegi or palotkai, dalok or short endek like pretty confidently. So basically, anything that's not in a really weird key, I can do by ear, or any of the fono recordings that we dove into and dissected. Those are all in terms of weeks, maybe a couple weeks, 3, 4, but overall hours couldn't have been more than like 10 or 12 hours that we really hammered in and got all that done. I feel like a much more polished musician because I am on the classical track, so doing this kind of folk stuff and especially Braccia is very unique to Nebzene, so I do feel like I'm more involved and I do have the opportunity to play more. Like at camp, I was able to accompany if there needed to be Braccia, I could jump in and sing as really good. Something I just like very recently just started, messing around on. So it just definitely made me a lot more comfortable and a lot more involved in the entire folk community. Well, I think to some extent it rubbed off on a lot of people. As we saw in camp, there's a lot of people that would have never considered doing something such as Braccia or some other instrument that they picked up, and it kind of just started a chain reaction of just people getting really involved and really into learning instruments or learning making stuff specifically. So I think it was a positive effect in terms of a lot more people realized, hey, this is quite normal for me to not know anything and start learning and jump in. And like we had a lot of kids at camp that started from basically zero and are now, they can play Ratchet to a certain extent, and it sounds pretty good. I say go for it. You got nothing to lose. You're a great teacher. Our lessons were held on time accordingly. There wasn't really any hiccups. If we said we'd do something, we'd do something. So yeah, there's nothing I can complain about. It's all good stuff.